Welcome to Zombie Apocalypse Diaries. We're going to do a little special here. So I have a special place in my heart for the Walt Disney Corporation. Because in 1987, I started working there as a freshly graduated from high school, young kid with hopes and dreams. And a really fucking good paying job. You know, minimum wage was $3.25. Disney was paying $4.35 for custodial, and there was a $2 an hour bump for a graveyard. Clean up Mickey's cage for $6.35 an hour. That's almost twice minimum wage. Wow, I'm gonna be rich. So I did it, and 2 months later, injured my back permanently. Couldn't have sex for. It was 87. 17, it's 30, 27 years. Yes, 28 years. 28 years I couldn't have sex because of the Disney Corporation. Do you think I might have a slight problem with this corporation? So Disney had, for the longest time, refused to do anthropomorphic animals in their films because of the furry fandom, giving Disney a bad name. Disney did not want to be associated with this. Nowadays, they could fucking care less because they're all about money, they're all about they're all about fucking profit and exploitation, and they can exploit the fuck out of the furry fandom because there's a fucking lot of them nowadays. Why? Oh, I don't know. Gee, let's find out. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss why Disney is making this fucking furry movie. Okay, first of all, I have a little theory on the origin of furries, and I say this given the fact that I was part of the fandom because I have this belief, this feeling, this sense that, I don't know, best explained by having the soul of a wolf. You know, gee, I wonder. So it occurred to me, well, actually, I was inspired by this, by visions. I do salvia, and in my efforts, you know, it's trying to explore my spirituality, my life, my memories, my mind, whatever. And during this, I had this odd fucking feeling that, you know, my family, my ancestors, Scandinavian ancestors, not fucking inbred French fucking child molesting, wife beating, psychopathic motherfucking family. God damn. That they were werewolves. And so I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking, you know, there's got to be something fucking weird about this shit, you know? What the fuck? Why? You know, why do I think this? And then it just hit me. What if? No, I'm not saying this is it. I'm not saying this is reality. I'm not saying anything other than, what if? So let's talk about furries. These are people who, for whatever reason, and there's a diversity, feel some kind of a connection to animals, or want to have some kind of connection to animals, or want to be an animal, or part animal, or have animal characteristics. Why? What if it was because they were actually part animal? Now hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. We are human beings. We have 26 chromosomes, and God knows how many billions of gene pairs, because DNA is double-stranded, and they're almost duplicate on both strands. And what makes a human a human? Well, if you look at our DNA, and you look at a pig's DNA, and you look at a chimpanzee's DNA, not much difference. Now, compare that to a dog's DNA, to a wolf's DNA, to a bear's DNA, to a skunk's DNA, to a cow's DNA, to an elk's DNA, to a dolphin's DNA, an orca's DNA, a whale's DNA, a mouse's DNA. Very, very fucking similar. Well, we're all mammals. Okay, let's go one step further on this. So, we've established that genetic identification is difficult. You can't identify species by its genes. I mean, what makes a human a human? Is it that extra 3%? Where is that 3%? What is it that makes a human, a chimp, a pig, a dog, a wolf, a skunk, a mouse, a mouse? What is it that makes them that? Well, just look at them. That's what makes them what they are. Their genetic expression. What genes are expressed. You know, we still have all the genes for the fucking shrew in us, where we supposedly evolved. Well, we know that we evolved from the shrew because we have shrew genes in us. So, why is it impossible to imagine that we could have animal genes in us? Well, how are we going to get those in us? Well, my ancestors were Vikings. Vikings had a lot of animal rituals, a lot of animal characteristics in their culture. I don't know all of them. I don't know the extent of them, but I do know about berserkers. I do know about other aspects of that culture. Of course, it's my culture. Not my culture. My heritage. Excuse me, is the word I was looking for, not culture. So yeah, I understand all this stuff, and I understand that they had some kind of a connection with animals, and I kind of think maybe they had physical, sexual contact with animals. Oh, okay. Well, let's explain why I mean this. Why I'm going this way. I was doing some research the other day. I don't know why. On genetic transformation, genetic transduction, the absorption of foreign DNA into living cells. Well, that's just not possible, Mike. You're talking about, creating hybrids and making people into half animals. And, how, if that's naturally occurring, we'd see people like that all the time. Really? Yeah. So, the research I did was, is it possible? Is it possible for foreign DNA to be incorporated into a human body, into human genetic genes? Guess what? It took me all of about 5 minutes to find out that, yes, not only is it possible, but it is cited as a very significant fear of genetically modified foods. The example I found was there was a genetically modified corn that had built-in resistance to ampicillin. Why they would make corn antibiotic resistant, I don't know. But they had done some studies and found that resistance was picked up by bacteria in the guts of animals that ate it. And guess what? It was picked up by the epithelial and blood cells, white and red, of the animals in question. So we have documentation of foreign DNA in the body of animals, mammals, incorporating the DNA of this plant they ate. Well, that doesn't sound very good, does it? I mean, that could have some really, really profoundly bad effects, couldn't it? Nice thing to find on the beach. What's the best thing to do with a piece of sharp glass on the beach? See the ocean there? Throw it in. Because what happens to the piece of glass, after it's been on the bottom of the water for a while, is look at this. Oh, you're cutting yourself with a piece of glass, Mike. Oh my God. Yes, a piece of glass that got grounded into nothing by sand. Oh, by the way, where does sand come from? It comes from shells being broken up into little tiny pieces by wave action. At least the ones on the sand on this beach does. Okay, we were talking about sand. We were talking about foreign DNA being picked up by bodies. So my theory is, bear with me, that furries are no more than people who evolved from people who had sex or ate raw animal flesh. Because when you cook it, it really just destroys all the DNA. So there's a good reason why you shouldn't eat raw meat, for example. Maybe that's why they were telling us not to eat raw pig. I don't know. Maybe humans are all half pig or something. Maybe that's why they can grow a fucking human heart in a fucking pig and it'll work. I wonder why the Jews and Muslims don't like to eat pork. I love pork. So, the theory is, what if furries are no more than people who evolve, or who are related to people who had sex with animals, or ate raw flesh of animals? I think the sex thing works better. It sounds more fun. I mean, look at the movie Furtopia. I mean, these are half animal, half human. And you know, actually the reason I came up with this all is because I was wondering why furries are, why people are so repulsed by furries, why they just automatically think that furries fuck animals or this or that, whatever the fuck they think. And I realized why. Well, you're talking about a mixture of animal and human characteristics. Well, how do you mix animal and human characteristics, Mike? I don't know. Have one has sex with the other, and guess what? Get a horse and a donkey together, and you don't get a donkey or a horse. You get something new. A half horse, half donkey. Also known as a mule. What? You mean it's possible to hybridize mammals, Mike? It's done all the time. What do you think evolution is? So, what are furries? Are they the next step in evolution? Are they a step backwards? Or are they just people who are related to people who had sex with animals and it just repulses people? And here Disney is making a movie glorifying it. Disney is making a movie glorifying bestiality for all intents and purposes. And you want to watch it. You want to take your kids to see it too. Cool. Because you know what? While bestiality is exploitation of the animal, ain't a goddamn thing wrong with zoophilia. With loving an animal. I mean, what the fuck? You know. I'm just saying. So, that's my take on Zootopia, I think it's called. Yeah, the Disney movie. That's where I think it came from. And this rant was brought to you by a guy who got so fucking burned by those fucking furries that I will fucking take any opportunity to fucking destroy them that I can. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this does probably the opposite. But at least it'll be out there. People will have a lot of fun with it for now. And, hey, you know, I'll get some hits on my show. Maybe, just maybe, someone will go off and watch another episode and fucking actually learn something. So, ta-ta for now. Oh, sorry, I forgot about a little bit of something on my little rant about furries there. Okay, so, assuming my theory is correct. Yeah, right. It could be. Assuming my theory is correct, how does this explain furries who have glowing fur and who are species that don't even exist, like dragons? And what about weird species like lizards? You know. See, what I believe is that, honestly, if this is possible, it's only possible between mammals. I mean, come on, we're mammals. Okay? And as a predator, humans, by the way, we are predators. The eyes are in the front of our head, not on the side. We're not guarding, we're hunting. We're hunters. Hunters. Our eyes are in the front of our head. If we were gatherers, our eyes would be on the side, so that while we're gathering food, we can see 360 degrees. But we're not. We are hunters. Which is why, when a person has food allergies, as I do, I can only eat meat. I cannot eat anything but meat. So, explain that one with your fucking vegetarianism bullshit. Okay, so, assuming this only occurs with mammals, real mammals, or mammals that existed back then please explain to me, you know, furries like dinosaur furries. Okay, I guess that's... Well, no, it still doesn't, because, you know, well, I guess you could incorporate fucking lizard fucking reptile fucking DNA into mammal DNA. I guess that could be explained. But it sure as fuck does not explain dragons. It really gives me the fucking willies for mouse furries and lizard furries and fish furries and shark furries and whatnot. You know, there's a few that are really easy to explain. You know, anything that's... what's the best word to use for this? Fuckable. It's fair game in this. But, you know, dragons don't exist. Lizards? Where's the DNA going to come from? Unless they eat them raw, which I guess it's possible. You know, I just think it's more fun to think of it as sex, you know. Oh, yeah, my ancestors ate wolves. No, I think my ancestors probably fucked them. So, yeah, explain to me the crocs, for example. Oh, well, that's just a genetic thing. And here's a real winner for you. Here's a real one for you. This is what separates the fuckers from the furries, from the real people in there. Okay, corporate mascots. Bronies. I'm a brony. I'm a real life, half spiritual corporate mascot. My spirit's a brony. Yeah, your spirit's that of a fucking corporate mascot, alright. Think about that. So, among these furries, many are just slaves, taught to think that they're this or that, because, well, some other people do. So I think what you have here is a theory that really, truly breaks down and explains the furry fandom. Are there people in the furry fandom that fuck their animals? Oh, fuck yes, there are. I know personally. I've met a few. Are there people in the fandom that, oh god, what was I going to say? Well, anyway, the fandom's full of weird people. Do people have sex together in these animal costumes? Oh, fuck yes. Do I? Oh, I make some of the best costumes, that is, toys. No one else has a sheath like mine. I have two models, sheath for one, sheath for two. Look up docking. Yeah. But why would you want to do that, Mike? Because I want to experience what it's like to have sex as an animal. As an animal. Think about that. I want to know what it's like for the species I believe I am inside in my soul. Because I sure as fuck do not want to be associated with these fucking furless fucking blonde fucking apes running around being so fucking stupid and killing each other. So yeah, I want to experience life and joy and feeling good and having sex as an animal. I want to know what that would feel like. Because I'd rather be one than a fucking human. Well, gotta correct for the fact that I've realized that I am human and you're not. That's what the show's all about. It's on the fucking Diaries, blah, blah, blah. But still, you know, I started it before I started the show. I'm not gonna fucking give it up just because I'm doing a show. Do other people have them for the same reasons? Oh, yes. Do other people have them for other reasons? Yeah. Because they saw it on TV or they heard about it and they want to do it too. Because they're fucking ego-driven. Because they're fucking slaves like every other fucking American is. So, looking at the furry fandom, and for those in the furry fandom, all those who are animal furries, possibly real people. All those who are this fake this and showy that, and I've got glowing fucking red fur tips and fucking cyan pinstripes and a fucking tattoo in my fur, as if you can tattoo fur. Yeah, they're the fucking fakers. They're in it because their ego wants to be in it because they want to be just like the real ones. Just like the real thing. Not that there really are any real things, but, you know, at least they're not fucking posing and faking and fucking just making it all up from their fucking head. You know, I have no respect for those. I have no respect for furries that have fucking characters like that because I know what they're all about. Well, why would you know such things, Mike? Because I was trying to make costumes as a profession for these people. And they asked me to make costumes to their specifications. And when I delivered to their precise specifications and they were disgusted with the results, I realized that they don't fucking know a goddamn thing about what they really want, or what they really are, or who they fucking really are. They're just in it to show off. You know, it's what I called a fursona suit. People would make a costume of their fursona. I refused to do it. It's documented. Go on Fur Affinity, go to Rex Wolf, actually, and read my description, my journal entry, or whatever it was, where I said, I'm fucking not doing fucking fursona suits anymore. They're fucking ego suits. I make a fursona suit, your fucking fursona is boring. Their fucking fursona is not entertaining. It's just you showing off. I'm not making a costume for someone who just wants to show themselves off. I make costumes for people who want to entertain. To make other people feel better about themselves. To entertain, to amuse. Possibly educate. So I made a fox costume, and then another fox costume, and then a wolf costume, which I sold, and then another wolf costume, and a lion costume, a monkey costume, another wolf costume, another wolf costume, a fox costume, another fox costume, and then another wolf costume, and then another wolf costume. Did I get 13 there? Because that's how many I've made. And now I have a wolf that talks. He's a pretty cool guy. Don't have a name for him. I just call him Mr. Wolf or whatever. He's just a wolf. No, wolves don't have fucking names. Why does he need a name? And I entertain. And last time I entertained with him was at Carnival last year, not this year. I don't feel like entertaining this year. So I make these costumes. Why do I entertain in these costumes? I mean, you can entertain me in other ways, like this show you're doing, Mike, that no one watches. Or like your singing that you've done and broke your fucking camera trying to record. True story. No, I didn't break the camera, I'm still using it. I just lost the recording. Recorded about an hour and a half and then just fucking deleted it on accident. Or no, the camera deleted it. Like I said, I broke the camera. But no, I do that because, and is it because I'm being myself as a wolf? No. Oh, wolves don't entertain humans. Oh, that's your fucking fantasy. No, I do it because it's the only way I can project myself in a way people won't fucking trash me, destroy me, bully me, take advantage of me, treat me like fucking shit. I put on this fake fur and this head, and this wolf comes alive and starts talking to people, you know, either in English or Spanish, or just waving and saying hi from a distance. And people smile, people like me, people come up to me and ask me to take their photo with me. People want, well, some people's children are scared of me, which, you know, hey, that's okay by me. But, you know, it's acceptance, it's entertainment, it's being able to make people smile, whereas normally I cannot do that. There's nothing about me that makes people smile. There's a lot about me that makes people laugh, this show being one of them, but there's nothing about me that makes them smile. So I don that costume, and I can entertain. Does it mean I fuck my animals, and does it mean that I'm this or that I'm fucking showing off, and I'm doing this or that? No, it's just about entertainment. That's all it is. It's just about expressing myself in a unique way. The way that I don't know, it's anonymity. It's bizarre, it's really difficult to explain. Try it sometime. So yeah. So, you know, bottom line is most furries are fucking posers as posers. You know, these are people trying to pose as animals, and they're posing as people trying to pose as animals. You know, furries that are non-mammal, non-normal, fucking regular everyday animals are fucking losers. Okay? They've destroyed the fucking fandom, and they've turned it into something that Disney can go in and say, hey, let's make some fucking money off these dumb fucks. God. I'm really interested in the plot of the movie at this point. I don't want to watch it, actually. It's just fucking disgusting. But I'm really interested in the plot because, well, the fact is that, well, obviously doing this show, I understand propaganda. I know what it is. I know how it works. I know exactly what the plot does to people's minds because, well, I know your mind better than you do. That's why I have this show. So I know what it will do to people. It's been very interesting to see what the intended effects are of this movie. Is it just capitalizing on furry? No, this just can't be just capitalizing on furry. It's got to be doing something. It's got to be providing some kind of acceptance or... Oh, here's one for you. This is a warning to furries. I think Zootopia is an effort by Disney to take over the furry fandom. They're going to demonize all the fucking people that fuck their animals and have sex in costumes and all that shit. I mean, that's going to bring broad out. Oh, we might start seeing prosecutions. Maybe they'll catch Dragoneer, the head of Fur Affinity, who I am quite certain is a pedophile. Mike, you said that on a fucking show. You're slandering someone. Yes, I am. I am slandering someone. I have the freedom to do that now that I don't have to worry about the American cops coming and getting me. Yes, I'm slandering Dragoneer, the owner of Fur Affinity, a non-profit corporation, or a for-profit website disguised as an LLC, which he is the sole proprietor of, which he requests donations for. Please donate to me so I can make more profit on my fucking furry website. And the man is a genuine fucking pedophile. Oh my god. Surrounds himself with young furries to make himself feel better. Yeah, I wonder how young and how much better he feels. So, maybe we'll start to see people like him thrown in jail. You know, because, you know, Disney's going to want to take over the furry fandom. And if they do, they're going to want to have the best websites. And, well, they can't have Fur Affinity out there. That's the most popular furry website. That is Furry Facebook, for all there is, you know, for all intents and purposes. Is Disney going to do it by destroying Fur Affinity? Or are they going to do it by creating an alternative and making it their own and just letting it take over with market forces? If you think there's a free market and the market forces decide anything in this fucking United States, you're fucking stupid. Oh, but that's what the show's all about. So we already know that you're stupid. So no, Disney is not going to rely on market forces to allow Fur Affinity to go out of business because Disney's version of the website, Furry Facebook, or whatever the fuck they're going to do with it, takes over. No, they are going to destroy Fur Affinity. They are going to probably do so by destroying Dragoneer. And you know, I will happily hand them to them. I hate Disney, but I hate Fur Affinity more. Alright, anyway, that's it. I've got to go, literally. Well, a little follow-up to our discussion about furries and Zootopia and whatnot, about humans picking up DNA from the animals and, well, from possibly the food they eat. Well, I got to thinking about it. What is an autoimmune disease? Autoimmune disease is exactly what it says. Autoimmune. Your body becomes... The immune system starts attacking the body. Well, why would the immune system attack the body? There's only one possible way that could happen. And that's through genetic transformation. So, what is happening is, my theory is, that people are eating vegetables, not so well cooked especially, and you have the single strands of parts of single strands of DNA of plants going around the body, being absorbed by the human body, by the digestive system. So you have a lot of autoimmune diseases in the digestive system, IBS, for example, irritable bowel syndrome, things like that. Crohn's disease, things like that. These are all autoimmune diseases. There's a lot of autoimmune diseases in joints and whatnot. And they've said that they've already said that the autoimmune diseases in joints and whatnot are caused by they're correlated to consumption of plant oil. Well, the one thing I want to find out is, what is the correlation between veganism and autoimmune disease? Is there a correlation there? Because if there is, then my theory may hold a lot more than I believe, and that is that eating plants is not really a wise idea because you incorporate the plant DNA into your own and create autoimmune disease because you're becoming what you eat. And your body doesn't like to become something it's not, so it attacks itself. Maybe this is the cause of cancer too. Because maybe we should be examining whether or not there's still DNA in oil, in petroleum, in plastic. I doubt it. But, no, that's not possible. I'm sorry, that's not possible. But maybe, just maybe, plants as food is the cause of cancer. It's a genetic transformation. Maybe it's not from plants. Maybe it's from some animal that... Anyway. Wow. It's also possible to pick up DNA from bacteria. So the bacteria can pick it up, and then you could pick it up from bacteria. That's pretty funny. So yeah, you know, furries come from people whose ancestors had fun with the animals, or ate raw flesh of animals. Okay, I'll admit that's a distinct possibility now. But apparently modern day people are turning into what they eat, and I'm sorry, I'd rather not be a vegetable. Maybe gives a whole lot of new meaning to the term couch potato, doesn't it? Sitting there eating your French fries? Yeah, you're a couch potato. You are what you eat. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Run with it, folks.